Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the San Francisco 49ers and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. Parrott, the return. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Georgia Southern man, this is Jerick McKinnon. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field of the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
McKinnon. And at the 42-yard line here and brought down there. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Now they'll throw with Garoppolo. And his throw is going to be incomplete. The intended receiver, Marquise Goodwin, third down here.
Well, they're slinging it, and then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown out of his reach and incomplete. An incomplete pass on second down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10.
Here we go. 80! Black 80!
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And this is going to be incomplete.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on 3rd down to bring up 4th. So on 4th down, here's Ryan Quigley now to kick this one away. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
To throw on 2nd down. Vasquez. And break. The tight end's got it. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Hey. 4 down. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
From the gun, Vasquez. A dump underneath to Jones. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. Out on the field now, here come the 49ers. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
21. Here we go.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Deep ball for Goodwin. They've got his man complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A gain of 32 that time. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Here we go. 180. Hurry up. 6.
Snap comes at 1. Garoppolo. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Frank Clark in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Second and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack.
12, fellas, here we go. 20. 180.
Now it's the fullback. This is Kyle Juszczyk. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. Call it no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13.
Nice job there defensively on 3rd down. Not only did they string the play out, but they didn't allow any room for a cutback. Really well organized on the defensive side.
And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you get 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
And now Sebastian Janikowski on for the long distance. He's hit from 61 and 63 in his career. This to equal Matt Prater's record. It's a 64-yard attempt. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and this will remain a scoreless game. So distance not the issue there. He had plenty of leg to get it there. It's that darn upright getting in the way.
Always gets in the way of a good time, doesn't it? Because he hit it square, too. Sometimes you can bank one in if you get it on the end of the football. No such luck there for him.
Hurry up, here we go. 319. 319. Gun, gun. Gun, gun.
On 1st and 10, Vasquez. It's caught by Mike Evans. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives him a first down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Detroit! Detroit!
Throwing on 1st down. Vasquez throwing the out route and complete. It's Williams. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Back 99 Philly, here we go. Gun, 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 gun.
Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Bucs in possession of the football as we begin this.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gun, 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 gun. Gun, 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 gun.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Vasquez. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it was real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
The 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down.
Detroit! Detroit!
Operating from the gun. Vasquez. It's caught. Jones. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen, because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a 1st down.
Lucky 56.
Now Jones. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. 5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
Second and goal from the 1.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39. Watch him now, Barney. Barney.
They'll try and run it in with Jones. And I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line. No gain on the play there, and they're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. They'll run for it with Bo Scarborough. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Bo Scarborough, his second touchdown on the season. And the Bucs are able to strike for 6. Here's Chandler Catanzaro for the extra point. Extra point up and good by Catanzaro. And it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. And the last go-around for them, they tried that really, really long field goal, couldn't connect.
And in retrospect, I think a lot of people would say, well, why would you try one that long? You hurt yourself in field position. The ball comes out, there. That only helps the other team. But I look at it as maybe it was a double shot of confidence. Confident the kicker could make it. And even if he missed, confident in their defense that they could hold him.
Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Frank Clark in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
21. Here we go.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And that is incomplete. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
21.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And Quigley now on to punt as he sends this one away. And that's taken at his own 42. It's a 45-yard punt, but a decent return there of 9 yards. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Now the Buccaneers offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10.
Watch it now, Barney. Watch it now, Barney.
A give to Jones. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
Early down stuff's to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
The Bucs on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, Vasquez. He's got his man. It's Williams. It'll be a gain of 16 and give him a 1st down as well. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Watch it now, Barney. Back 99 Philly. Here we go.
On first down. Vasquez. Man open left side. It's Williams. And he'll go down at the 28. A gain of 6 there on first. Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Looking to throw. Vasquez. And he's going to go down here. A sack. They push him back to the 34. Solomon Thomas in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. The Bucs on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to Tampa after this timeout. An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Operating from the gun. Vasquez drops it to Jones in the flat. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 7 yards on the play. And it'll be 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
Yeah, things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The 49ers offense now, they worked their way back onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Garoppolo looks to throw. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. To throw, it's Garoppolo. And a 3rd down pass falls incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. This quarterback now, only one pass has hit the ground for him. 10 of 11 thus far. It's 1st and 10.
Gone! 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 Gone!
to throw. Vasquez. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. DeForest Buckner. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. From the gun, Vasquez. And that's incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. The Bucs on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 16.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
Looking to throw. Vasquez. He sets up the screen to Jones. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line.
I love the intelligence the defense just showed there. Read their keys, saw the screen developing, ran to it, and smothered it. What a 3rd down stop by them.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Now, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Like 80! Like 80!
Garoppolo now, 1st down throw. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Frank Clark, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Here's Garoppolo to throw. Deep ball for Goodwin. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. So we've hit halftime here in Tampa with the Bucs out in front. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. The Bucs with a lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start in the 3rd quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
To throw on 2nd down, Vasquez. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
The Bucs on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Operating from the gun, Vasquez. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. It's a gain of 7, and that'll bring up 4th down. Here's Brian Anger now as he's on to punt for Tampa Bay. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out if that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%. Garoppolo. He's going to air one out. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. That pick, his 9th on the season.
Remember we were kids and you were playing Little League Baseball and they penciled you in the 9 spot in the order? That wasn't so good, was it?
Were you in the 9 hole?
Or you played the 9 position, right field? That wasn't so great.
That wasn't. You're picking dandelions out.
Exactly.
But the 9 picks,
you want that in a big way. That's a great season.
Heck of a season. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. A gain of 6 there on first.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Looking to throw on second down. Vasquez. The left side here, that's complete to Godwin. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A good pick up there of 20 yards. This quarterback now 15 out of 17 through the air, only 2 incompletions. It's first down.
Gone!
Back to throw. Vasquez. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 21. Well, look at that, Chuck. A rookie picked the rookie on that play.
How about that? Is that rookie-on-rookie crime? But you know what happens, too. If you're a rookie defender, you tend to adjust to the game a little bit quicker than if you're a quarterback. Too many things still going through his mind. And on that play, the rookie defender won the battle.
Now McKinnon to start the drive. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Well, if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12. Now whistles here, and I think one of the big boys for the 49ers might have jumped. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long. To throw is Garoppolo. Throw left side, caught by Goodwin. And he's able to get up here to the 26. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. From the gun on third, Garoppolo. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. Well, the crowd doesn't like that. Was going to bring up fourth. Now it's first.
They don't like it at all, do they? It brings them back into it, but really not in a positive way. Now they're angry. That can jangle a team a little bit as well. Pass interference ruined that series of downs for them.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack. Levante David in there to record another sack. Their sixth of the afternoon. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Garoppolo now. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Leonard Floyd in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. So the sack of Garoppolo, and now what can they come up with on third and long? Throwing now is Garoppolo. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's fourth down. Here's Ryan Quigley now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. He's going to field this at the 4. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And possession will switch hands, first and 10. So out come the Bucs now. We have not seen much on offense from either side these last few drives. It has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
To throw on second down, Vasquez. And a catch right side by Evans. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
The Bucs on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. Here it's 3rd and 2. Back now in Tampa. It's the Bucs. They've got the football. They also are in front here on the scoreboard as we... The Bucs on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it with Jones. 9 yards. yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. Hasn't been his best afternoon on the ground, far from it, but a critical third down conversion.
His afternoon just got better. All right, you're exactly right. Hasn't been his best in terms of yardage, but that run there, that's the one your teammates look to you and go, okay, that's what we want from you. That's what we need. Now they have a chance to keep moving forward and a chance to win the game.
And he's got this down to the 35. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
On 1st and 10, Vasquez. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. They've done a good job on these receivers, pretty much held them in check. They're a little too close for comfort.
And you're always looking for a play to get you going, right? You're looking for someone to make one. But maybe this penalty, this pass interference call, that can help shake them loose.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They run. This is Scarborough. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down, 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it at them. We've got them now.
This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down. Off the play fake. Vasquez sheds off the tackle. His throw caught right around the 6. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Tyrell Williams, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead. Extra point good by Catanzaro. And that makes our score 17-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Tackle made that time by Vita Vea.
Here we go. Wait.
Here again is McKinnon. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. A 6-yard pickup on the ground that time, and that'll make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Looking deep downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Another wayward pass. Things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. Now Garoppolo, got to have this one. Open man is Pettis. It's complete. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Garoppolo now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
21, 21. Here we go.
Looking to throw. Garoppolo. He's going to walk one deep left side here. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at second down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Going for the deep ball. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he is finally out of bounds, just shy of the 5, all the way down at the 6. Clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5.
What a game this defense has played. They're pitching a shutout, so it'll be fun to watch down the stretch to see if their defensive coordinator continues to be as aggressive as he's been all game long.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. They come out here in the eye. Now Garoppolo. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. George Kittle, his first touchdown on the year. And the 49ers get a score closer. Janikowski adds the extra point, and that'll cut the lead to 17-7. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. This will be fielded at the 6. And an alley to run. And what a return. Great field position all the way out to the 48-yard line.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
The Buccaneers in good field position here to start out. 1st and 10.
Watch it now, Barney.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Again, it's Jones. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. The Bucs on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 4.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
The give is to Jones. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. And this defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. And Catanzaro's kick is right through. So it's not an NFL record, but it's not far off. That'll go in the books as a 61-yard field goal.
And wasn't it weird to see a guy line up for a field goal on the other side of midfield? The ball got halfway there, and you thought, no way is that going to make it. But it just kept carrying and carrying, and he winds up sneaking it right over the bar.
The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Like 80! 80!
On 1st down, Garoppolo. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He's going to let it fly. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete. Tried to go for the big one there on 2nd down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
Throw left side complete. That's Goodwin. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. Short play like that in this situation this late, that's a win for the defense.
No doubt. I remember something Coach Madden used to talk about all the time. Sometimes you can't just take what the defense gives you. You have to take what you need. And in this case, the offense is taking what the defense is giving them, not what they need.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. Now the Buccaneer offense set to take over again. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Victory formation now for the Buccaneers. Down to a knee they go. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for the Buccaneers, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they move to 8-4. And they'll get another home date next week as the Saints will come to town. Meanwhile, for San Francisco, not much more to say. They dropped to 1-11, and they'll be at home for one next week.